Alright, so I am headed over to the Hancock Campground. I'm going over a day early just so that I can get a tent site taken care of. We got a snowstorm coming in tomorrow, and I got a couple of my buddies that are going to be coming over as well, so I wanted to get a jump on getting the site all set up before that storm hits. For sites. This is one of only 3 sites that are open in the whites during the winter time. There's the check-in. All right, so I've got everything all set up. I got the tarp tent all set up. I got my marmot all set up. I came over a day early just to beat the snowstorm and get everything set up for the guys when they get here tomorrow in the middle of a snowstorm. So anyhow, while I'm here, I'm gonna walk you quickly around the tent site and show you what I'm gonna do next, because I've got a meal planned. Never done it before, so and we'll see what happens. All right, so anyhow, this is my tent site. There's my tent, hidden behind that snowbank. There we go. There. And this is the tarp tent setup that I made. All it was the screen tent that my wife and I had. The screen tent itself, the shell, had dry rotted and it was no good any longer, so I kept the frame and bought some tarps and stitched them all together and velcroed them. And the top is actually the bottom out of a Cabela's tent, Alaska Guide tent that died on me a few years ago. I'll share that with you someday. Anyhow, this is my fireplace as well. Yep. And I'll be getting that fired up a little bit later. And this is the inside, just basically to keep the wind from cutting through you. It's gonna get pretty cold tonight, so I got my chair and a couple of small tables. I got my wood over here. Some of it, I got some more in the van. But so this is what I'm going to be doing right now, cooking up some stuff. So what I got here is some venison burger. I've got a jalapeno pepper. I've got an onion. I've got some butter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry that all up. And then I'm going to get real creative and I'm going to throw one of these bad boys in there. Boil that up and see what that tastes like. I have no idea, but it's got venison in it, so it's got to be good. All right, so I will get cooking and I will share with you what I come up with. All right. Now, jalapenos, onions, dump them right on there. Good stuff.
Oh, that's really good.
So, good morning. So, I'm still at the Hancock Campground. Excuse me. It was a good night's sleep for the most part. You can hear the snow coming down pretty good. So I had to get up early and go out and knock off the other tarp tent, make sure that that didn't cave in because it's coming down pretty good. Yeah, kept at good steady 65 degrees in here. Generally, I do not boil water in a tent for the purpose of not getting a bunch of condensation on the inside, but this morning I'm making an exception because it is so cold out there that even my blended fuel is freezing up and shut right off, so I had to pull it in and get it unfroze so I can have my hot chocolate. I'm a pain in the butt, but is what it is. Casualties of winter camping, I suppose. Peaches and cream. Can't go wrong with that.
Hey everyone, so we're doing a winter camp out this weekend. So behind me, my truck, as you can see, I got a bunch of gear all over the place, cooler, all kinds of goodies in there, venison, goose, yummy food, a bunch of water, clothes on top, obviously, but most of my gear's in there. But anyway, so I showed up today. Tom got here yesterday on Thursday. He set up his area. So this is kind of what it looks like for now. So this is our little area we're gonna be hanging out in, the little gazebo that Tom kept. I think he's even inside. Look, there he is. Say hi, Tom. So we got heat going in here. Nice little area. We'll be hanging out in here for a good chunk of the night tonight. Here we are again, folks. That's right. Camping in the wintertime. We have bacon cooking. We've got some goat sausage to go in there with it in a little bit. Fire's cranking. It's probably around 10 degrees out right now. We're having a great time. Just hanging out, sitting on the fire. Morning everyone. So here we are, we made it through the first night camping this weekend. As you can see, it is an absolutely gorgeous day. Sun is out. The views it's blue sky, it's crystal clear, it's winter wonderland up here. So just awesome. Had a great night last night, hanging out. Jamie's getting all of his gear ready to go. We're gonna go and try to hit both the tri-pyramids today. So let's go take a walk back down to the campsite. There's a water pump. And it is cold this morning. There's Tom, getting ready to go.
Rock and roll!
So the boys have went on ahead. They're gonna summit the two pyramids, and I decided that halfway up the mountain my thighs junked out. I had the same thing happen on Moose Lock a few years ago. It's like your muscles aren't getting enough electrolytes and they just start locking up. Where to draw that line and say, hey, you know, it's not worth it. I've heard too many casualties and too many horror stories of people who pushed their luck too far and either didn't make it out of the woods or they got evac'd out and had a medical team come up. And while I'm still able to walk, I'm gonna make sure that I make the right decision. I know I did, because it was, my thighs were just screaming, and really it's just not worth it. So I wish those guys luck.